Hello everybody, this is Martin. I want to make something that's pretty interesting of dealing with today's American woman. For example, I had talked to a couple females on Instagram. They take literally like days to respond to, so then they get irritated and get an attitude just for talking to them. Like, if you're not interested in talking to me, just let me know, And the main thing I hate about dealing with the modern day woman, they're not honest, For example, let's just say y'all getting to know each other, y'all being friends or acquaintances or just starting to like each other, and all of a sudden she said this, the only thing you after me is for sex. So I say, and I hate that with a passion, could turn me the hell off. Like, why would they say such a thing, To me, that's a mood killer and bone killer as well. Like, what a man's supposed to do in that area, in that scenario too, And I hate that, I just wish today's females were straight up honest. And one of the fellows from YouTuber comments had left a comment, why is prostitution not legal? You gotta go for so much nonsense to talk to a woman, he said. And I was relating to the comment too, and I said it so many times myself, like, why the hell you gotta go for all this nonsense just to talk to a female nowadays? You gotta try, hopefully, if they likable or if they even approachable, say get their number or whatever, social media accounts or anything, then they don't respond back anything. Have some decency to tell a dude no, you know what I'm saying? And they wonder why that only in America that prostitution is not legal, except in Nevada, some part of Las Vegas. But other than that, game over. And someone had even further on dwell to the conversation, even America does legalize prostitution. Guess what? The women be overpriced themselves at the market. I mean, it's already happened anyway, you know what I'm saying? Just looking at these dating profiles. And I'm not a conceited dude, I'm not a judgmental dude or disrespectful dude by any means, but the less attractive chicks on these so-called dating profile social media apps or so, they just got just as bad as dealing with a model. I expect the model to act like that because, well, she has every right to be conceited and arrogant and hollow and shallow, you know what I'm saying? But it's really sad that even the less attractive chick, I'm being rejected quite literally by average to below average woman, so I'm not even conceited, brother, by all means. I don't even really care about looks at all, but it's quite atrocious and disgusting that just talking, these particular females on social media is really just downright disheartening, disgusting. They don't respond back to my messages, my calls, anything. Just tell a dude the truth. If you're not interested, don't give out your number. Don't give out your social media pages if you're not interested. And I hate when they take days to really respond. Just to respond to my message, like she feel like I'm bothering her or something. Like, why the hell you give me your number in the first place if you feel that way? You know what I'm saying? That's just mixed emotions and mixed signals. Like, why would you give somebody your number? This have happened on so many, literally different occasions that a woman had literally given me, either social media contacts, email, phone numbers, or so forth. Then to find out she really not even interested. To me, that's a coward, you know what I'm saying? That is a flat out coward. Just tell me, hell no. No, I'm not interested. Then don't waste your time and you won't be exposed, you know what I'm saying? Have some spine, ladies. This is what I respect about prostitutes. At least they tell it for what it is. And I respect prostitutes. That's what they're about, is money. You know what I'm saying? What they're about, yeah. You can't even talk to the modern day woman without on some BS and games and excuses. Or they make excuses or say, I'm sorry, I'm busy. I can't talk to you. I'm sorry, I'm busy. I'm doing, shut up, ho. You ain't busy, ho. The hell you busy with? You see, with these modern day American women are such cowards. You know what I'm saying? Why the hell they give out numbers to dudes that's not even interested? And I said this, the first video part about this. If you're not interested, just tell a dude no. This is why a lot of dudes are heavily advocating, including myself, that I'm for prostitution. Or at least the prostitute don't make excuses, you know what I'm saying? Or don't waste people's time, anything, And I know a lot of feminists are foaming at the mouth for me saying this, but I don't care. Stop setting dudes up, stop letting dudes on, pretend that they're interested in you or something. So that's how dudes become, jerks. That's how dudes become really disrespectful, ladies. And I can't blame these dudes. I can't get mad why dudes become very aggressive, in some cases even abusive towards women. Stop being cowards. Just tell the truth, you know what I'm saying? If you're not interested, cool. At least chicks back in the day told me that. If they said they ain't feel me or call me ugly, I get mad, I get heartbroken. I ain't gonna lie, but now I move on. You know, I say okay. I have respect factors. Sorry, sirens going on. I would at least have the respect factor for you just to tell me, okay, you're not feeling me, cool. And a lot of YouTuber fellas would tell me this, like, and I hate being led on. I hate being set up. I hate my time being wasted. Because to me, that's the first thing you could do is disrespect somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing you could do is disrespect somebody by saying, hey, cool, you ain't feeling, dude. Adios, you know what I'm saying? I know how to take no, ladies, you know what I'm saying? I hate that, especially somebody even get YouTube comments on here. You want to talk? Oh, sure. We talk, whatever, by all means, by phone numbers, emails, or so forth. And guess what? They don't hardly even respond. Or if we do talk on the phone, they sound like they get irritated and angry. I'm like, lady, if you're not interested in talking to me, let a brother know, you know. No harm, no foul, you know. But it really is borderline disrespectful today. Chicks giving out numbers in social media context, telling me to DM them. You know, be respectful. Say, okay, you sure you want me to DM you? Yeah, sure. I said, then all of a sudden they switch up on me. They call me an a-hole. They call me all kinds of ridiculous names that I wouldn't even dare say to a woman. But women in America have no problem openly slander and disrespect people, you know. I would have been cussed out by more women than rappers slandering women on the song. You know, that had to happen, occasionally happened to me so many times. And I'm responding to a few of the dudes too, like, why ain't today chicks are honest, you know? Why only women that are honest are a few people? Are lesbians, single mothers, or prostitutes. You know, at least with the prostitutes, you're getting something for pay. She's not trying to lay you on, set you up, or even if you do set up initiate date. This happened throughout most of my life. You set up a date, be going pretty nice, and suddenly they just blow me off or told me, and they don't say anything to me, you know. And I feel like today's women in America are flat out cowards. I'm just saying, flat out cowards. You know, other than the prostitutes. At least the prostitutes, they do their job and they do it willingly, you know. You know, I wish prostitution was legal. Myself, I wish prostitution was legal. Because we wouldn't have to deal with all the dating and Sims and Tinder and social media garbage. You know, it angers me. And I mean, it angers me being a single guy, you know what I'm saying? You just want a good lady by your side, you know? Nothing more, nothing less, you know? Sorry to turn my light real quick. Got my beer. And I feel for the pain of single men in this country. And it's atrocious. It's downright atrocious of what you have to do just to even talk to a female. Unless in some cases you have to be a liar and a manipulator, which I'm not doing that because I'm too old and I cuss people out for that. And that's going regardless on size though. That's all I'm having tonight. Cause that's it. And I agree with the fellas on this account too. I have to agree with the fellas one time. If prostitution was legal all across the board, you know, men would be a lot happier. Men wouldn't have to deal with flaky and cowardly women. They have to tell you no and all that, you know what I'm saying? Or just don't say anything. Don't respond to your messages, your calls, texts, anything. I feel if you don't respond back to my texts or calls 3 times, I'm going to flat out call you a coward, you know? There's a difference between no and rejection. No and rejection, just downright don't say anything. That to me is bullshit. You know, I usually try to keep a positive motive, but this one, I was just feeling just let this out. Just let it out, you know. I don't have, it ain't no malicious intent, it ain't no hateful or anything. Just be honest, you know. And I feel, why is it the prostitutes honest? I mean, even for money, you know what I'm saying? At least they let their intentions know. You're not knowing when you're dealing with the regular woman. You're not knowing what kind of personalities you're dealing with or mentalities you're also dealing with as well. You're not knowing what kind of personality and mentalities. And I feel for dudes out here that are single, and let's face it, man, in America, black men included, myself included, we don't have options unless you're going to settle for very disrespectful, old, fossil, dry out, ancient artifacts of women or crazy cat ladies or single mothers that have been ran through more than Goodwill bargain bins. I mean, let's just be real, you know. I mean, I talked this so many times. It's just a dead horse at this topic, but I agree with the fellas. If prostitution were legal, dating be dead. Nobody wouldn't be paying so much just to please and cheese a woman and end up rejected. Thank you for the dinner. Thank you for the date. Or thank you for the flowers and thank you for the stuffed animals. Or just thank you for spending time with me. But I'm sorry, I'm just not interested. So basically, while you hauling ass, you breaking your balls, your back injured, you're tired, and you're just coming to a so-called date, you're not even expected to get nothing. They wonder why dudes are so pent up. They wonder why so many men lock them in prison. You know what I'm saying? Men need release. Men need a woman. But and I hate to put this brother out there. You're a good brother, but Trex actually says something that about American women or Western women are asexual. A lot of them just don't like men. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of reckon that, like, why is a lot of women in America don't like men? You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's some a-holes and jerks and some pigs out there. I give you women that, but not everybody's a pig. And I was actually listening to what Trex was saying, that a lot of women are asexual. They don't appreciate men. They don't respect men. They don't value men, even if they have fathers. And that's something, he hit something to me. And I kind of know that. I had talked to chicks that have fathers, and they even act just as bad as a woman without fathers, you know. And that's sad, man. And some actually, ironically, had talked to a chick that has a father, which I didn't even know he was on social media. I said, hey, you're a good dad. You know, you raised your daughter pretty well. You know, I could tell that she's not a bimbo, basically. And I guess he was shocked because I guess he didn't think I'm some ignorant brother or anything, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of sad. The modern day American woman, something is really off with these chicks, you know what I'm saying? Something's morally off with these chicks. That they playing ridiculous mind games, manipulation, and just tell the truth, you know what I'm saying? Dudes wouldn't be angry if men have alternatives. You know, if prostitution was legal, go for it, you know? And I'm not here being misogynist or sexist, just in case any feminists are foaming at the mouth. What did I got this on? Seriously. And I did say this just yesterday, or today, whatever that be, that how women got so much unfathomable amount of options, even the less attractive chicks got options. You know? And I feel for the dudes out here that I was just listening to, that how young men especially, I didn't even know it was that bad, that even young men 18 to 23 years old are just saying the same thing. And I'm saying that's kind of sad, hearing that from young bucks, you know what I'm saying? Hearing that from young dudes, young men that should be in their prime, should have some, at least a good, decent lady in their life, you know? And it's sad a lot of them tell me they're single, you know what I'm saying? And let's face facts, and I'm sorry I put any brother out here or man out here. I ain't do that just be spiteful anything. No, I'm just making a point. And sorry about that, brother Trex. Yeah, I feel for the young guys in this generation that I can see why they have to be liars and manipulators, even though that's not me, and I don't support that by either race or gender or whatever. And that better listen, wait. But that being said, though, and I mean, I've been without a relationship for 5 years, and that could drive a dude to insanity, you know. I had tried to get into the date market, but nowadays, as you see by Tinder and other social media sites and so forth, even the less attractive chicks don't even pay me no play. Don't even give me no play. Don't even say hello to me. And I'm not sexist, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of baffled to be a single man in this country. And something also hit me up there was that the 80 to 20% rule, that the 20% of men that would be rich men, wealthy men, get the best cream of the crop, and the rest of 80%, where we come in, we get, well, table scraps and leftovers. And I was hearing this from a lot of brothers. I would have to incord to this. It's quite disgusting to be saying that only thing we young men are getting are single mothers and leftovers or crazy cat ladies. Or not even besides crazy cat ladies, you deal with some crazy mental elite chicks, you know what I'm saying? Or not even where they crazy, you know what I'm saying? Or flat out manipulators, gold diggers, users, abusers. I have dealt with some relationships. I've literally been abused, verbally to physically abused, you know. And I never hit a woman. And so one time in my life when I was around, I would say between 13 and 14, I was spit on by my first girlfriend. And I put my hands on her, just grab her by the shirt, tell her to clean this up. You know what I'm saying? That's the only one. Actually, the second time. That time, it was 2 black women was harassing my dad. I admit I had to use self-defense because my dad was disabled. He couldn't really defend himself, so I had to do it for him. And I was ready to take them out from this earth, you know. That being said, though, I quite disgusted how the modern day women are cowards. I'll just be flat out say it to you. And it's intriguing, it's disgusting. I mean, not wrong being told no, rejection, I get that. So if ladies feel that certain way, why not advocate prostitution yourself? I mean, what's the difference between taking some woman out to eat dinner, knickknacks, goodies, and so forth, to end up being told no? No man don't want to be told no. Let's just be real. But then prostitution is not legal here. So even if you were to try to get a prostitute, you might get busted for being a John. You might be on a offender list somewhere, you know. Or say in this Me Too era movement, dudes gonna be falsely accused of assault, basically. So where do men have to go to release themselves, you know? So, and this sounds like a double standard. I mean, don't come out flat out say it's hypocrisy. I kind of feel why dudes become simps or manipulators or liars just to get a woman, you know. And it's sad nowadays. And a lot of it ain't about the woman's fault either. Look with social media, the media, the news, telling men and women not to need each other, you know. It's so disgusting. I was reading on social media, mainly on Facebook, how many women say they don't even need a man, don't even value a man. They had the nerve to say why they're not being protected by a man, you know. So I recognize the pains of young single men, men of color, black men, and just men in general, young men. So I was kind of a man of my age, you know. I'm 30 years old, and I'm ashamed to even admit this. I have not been in a relationship since I was technically 25 or so, and we fell on a bad note. So on that note, you know, it's hard to even get into the dating game. I understand there was this virus crisis, so that's game over there too. I had somebody tell me what's the appropriate way to meet a woman. Pretty much you can't. You try coffee shops. They don't work. They just, hello, how you doing? Don't just look at me with disgust. Libraries, they're no good either, you know, just want to study. You know, and I'm not much of a bar or club person, you know. If you ever notice, I'm not going to bars and clubs because I'm an introvert. But I'm not really like being around whole groups of crowd people. I'm gonna drop my beer. I don't know why the camera's like that. Excuse me. Just not noticing that too. So I feel bad for young dudes in this country, you know, that are very frustrated to the steams, you know, and we don't even have an outlet for ourselves, you know what I'm saying? I feel like if prostitution was legal, well, crime would definitely go down because men have an easier way to release themselves, just pay up, you know. I mean, you're paying one way or another, you know. You are paying for one thing or another. If any of these so-called feminists say otherwise, you're liars too because you're paying for your time, you know what I'm saying? And I have nothing but respect for prostitutes because they're honest. They have backbones. They tell you, hey, if you're interested, cool. If not, leave them alone. Adios. Ain't like today's woman, you know, you get a phone number, you get email, you get social media contacts and so forth. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. Or Snapchat or whatever. Yeah. And all of a sudden they don't respond to your calls, your messages, your texts, anything. If they do, make them wait days to weeks or even months. I mean, you're a coward, you know what I'm saying? Just tell me the truth. If you're interested, adios. Thank you. Game over. You know what I'm saying? And it's the last time I actually had to did almost 20 minutes of this. So closing up, man, if you had the opportunity options, once all this virus clears up, get the hell out of America. You know, that's all I want to say to young dudes. Get the hell out of America. Because let's just be real, and I said this since the last video, how American women got so much options, it's disgusting. I ain't knocking them. They should be happy they got that, but man be left out, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of men and women here. We're supposed to be, ironic, supposed to be, what? Like 4 to 6 times more women, but it seems like even they don't even want average to below average dudes. I ain't knocking them, but what can you say if you're a lonely dude, you know what I'm saying? There's no prostitute in sight. You can't even mess with a prostitute because you end up going to jail. So what could a single man do in this country, you know, while being psycho or go insane or go to a prison or psycho? Y'all take it easy. Martel's out.